Welcome to week 7. A bit different since I spent most of the week located in the northern parts of Sweden on a ski vacation. A majority of my time was spent on cross-country skiing. Even though I'm not very good at it at the moment, it's great endurance training and also quite good for muscle fatigue training since both the upper and the lower body is involved and generate lactic acid. So it's basically like long endurance sessions on an assault bike, but outdoors. Probably also transferable to my CrossFit training, not least when it comes to mastering a new skill, which CrossFit often forces us to do, with, for instance, the double crossovers and the pullovers. Cross-country skiing is actually more technically demanding than you think. However, there's a small gym where I was located, so I wanted to get some strength training in as well, even though I partly have to adapt my training to the equipment. I looked over the quarterfinal workouts that didn't need much of equipment and realized I could do test 1 from 2021. So this week's workout is a redo. As some of you might remember, the workout consists of 3 rounds of 10 strict handstand push-ups, 10 dumbbell hang power cleans, and 50 double unders. After that, there's 1 minute rest, and then there's 3 rounds of 10 kipping handstand push-ups, 50 shoulders to overhead with dumbbells, and 50 double unders. The time cap is 10 minutes. I've been stuck on part 1 for quite some time, but it seems like 20 kilometers of cross-country skiing and the Swedish pastry semla did the trick, because this time I actually managed to get to part 2. A quite huge PR with 65 more reps than last time, which I'm very happy about. So this time I managed to do all the first 3 rounds, have 1 minute rest, and then with 5 seconds remaining doing 1 kipping handstand push-up. So total reps becomes 211, which gives me an updated worldwide ranking of 3,482. Happy to still see weekly progress. In between sauna sessions, card games and reading books on this vacation, I tried to get some training in as well. And I thought that could be today's topic: how to think of training on vacation. Some people don't want to train at all on vacation, and some people think it's a great opportunity to spend that extra time you get during vacation on training, and they won't go on a vacation unless there's a well-equipped gym nearby. I try to be somewhere in between at the moment. I can't go a full week without exercise, then I will lose my mind and become grumpy. But I also think it's a great opportunity for some deload and to do things you don't normally have time for but still enjoy, like for example outdoor activities. It's a great way to take a break and makes you start longing after your routines and training programs back home. It takes more than you probably think to lose gains, and 1 week without training doesn't mean you start at ground zero once you get back. Especially not if you have been exercising. My training consists of very much technical practice on gymnastic skills and weightlifting at the moment, because those are my biggest weaknesses. And to always train the things you're worst at can be exhausting. So I try to enjoy the time off and do some of the training that can't be prioritized back home. If I don't have access to a gym, that could be running or bodyweight CrossFit workouts with burpees, push-ups and pistol squats, etc. Great training that could be done anywhere and still stimulates improvement. If I have access to a hotel gym, for instance, I often do basic hypertrophy or bodybuilding training and sneak in exercises that I love but don't normally include in my training, like dumbbell bench press or isolated bicep curls. Also, this is beneficial training, but not as mentally demanding. Sometimes I go on vacations that are based around exercising, like skiing, snowboarding or hiking. On those, I focus on the benefits that the activity gives me. Like for instance, hiking equals 10 hours of zone 2 per day, or snowboarding equals learning a new skill. Another very important thing to keep in mind is of course that rest and recovery are essential to improve from your training. So if you've had a longer, very demanding, heavy or intense training period leading into this vacation, don't be scared to take a full week off. It could actually be the most beneficial at the moment. After long travel days, however, it can be nice to get the blood flowing with some stretching or a walk. To summarize, I try to focus on easy access movements on my vacation and not primarily on performance, which makes me mentally more excited to dig deep and train harder when I get back to my routines back home. Comment below to let me know your thoughts about training on vacation. Remember that consistency is key to all worthwhile things in life, not least when it comes to training. See you next week.